Hey team, this is Coach Branham of 1780 Fitness and Martial Arts. This is going to be your daily grind workout for Friday. Today you're going to need a bench or a chair, some kind of a solid surface that you can work with, and we're going to be performing our movements with that object. I've got a bench. Thanks for joining me, bench. You could use a chair. If you got a bench like that, that's great. It's ideal, but any solid surface is going to do. A good box, if you have that, will work as well. Not a cardboard box, because you'll collapse. But if you do, get that on YouTube for us so we can spin that video around. All right, so today we've got a few movements. We've got the step up, we've got the tricep dip, the blast off squat, one of my favorites, the close grip push up, and twist knees to elbows. I'll show you each one of those as we go. Then we'll talk about the scheme. So we'll look at the step up. The other side of this. When you do a step up, I want you to put your foot on the box, and I want your shin to stay pretty vertical. I want you to go straight up. So what I don't want is for your knee to press far out over your toes. I want you to go straight up. So I want shoulders up and chest up, shoulders back. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs, push straight up, alternate. 2, 3, 4. And so on to get the desired number. The tricep dip. This is a pretty classic movement that we see kind of all over the place, but I want to modify this just a little bit. It's a really good movement. What we'll typically see is our hands will be placed here, right beside our hips. And with my legs fully extended, that's the most challenging version. We'll bring them in a little bit. It's a less challenging version. But what I don't want is for your fingers to be straight, so your hands to be just like this, because that's pretty rough on your shoulders. I want you to turn your palms out to where your fingers are pointing away from you, then come back, and we'll make our dip. Go down to where your arms are parallel with the ground, just a little bit below that, and then back up. For the blast off squat, you're going to be seated when you start, completely seated. Now you want your feet to be back just a little bit, so as if you were about to get up out of the chair by leaning forward just a bit. You're gonna go straight up, sit right back down, all the way to a seated position. So you're coming completely to a rest before you pop back up. The close grip push up. So for this one, I like to make a little diamond, put that on the bench or the surface, push my body down, boom, and away. I go a little bit lower than I normally do on a regular push-up for these. So I'm coming down just almost where I'm touching the bench, and then back up. Twist knees to elbows. Get some good oblique work in here. Get the core moving. You gotta put your fingers behind your ears. If you're watching any of my videos, you know this. I'm a big believer in not interlacing your fingers behind your head because I don't want you to pull your head up and strain your neck. So I'm just gonna take my fingers, put them right behind my ears, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Give yourself a little bit of a break. You come here, you can leave one foot on the ground while the other foot twists. Make it a little bit slower. Another way you can give yourself a little bit of a break on this is to rest your hands on the bench, use that for support, and just bring your knees up. Make it a little bit less challenging. And it changes the movement a bit, but it's a good modification if you're not up yet to the challenge of going to hands behind the ears. So those are our movements. Our scheme for today is an AMRAP, but there's a little bit of a twist to it. We're gonna do as many rounds as possible in 18 minutes. But here's the trick. On the first round, each movement is performed 4 times. Second round, each movement is performed 6 times. Then 8, then 10, then 12, and so on. So you get to 18 until it's time to stop. So you're adding 2, in other words, you're going up to the next even number on each consecutive round. If you have any questions about that, as always, put them in the comments or message me directly. I'll be happy to get back to you. A lot of people message me because they don't want to put their question in the comments. That's totally A-okay. Until then, take care of each other and stay safe.